Okay, here we go. Where am I going? Right here? Good morning. I'm going to give you a quick update, and then I'll be seeing you and talking to you at some point. If I don't see you, I'll be at least speaking to you at some point today. So for this week, what we're going to do is we're going to take the later part of this week and any people into next week who wanted to come in and see if we could get them to come in today, which is Tuesday, or tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and then close on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, making an assessment each day based on news and what's happening about what we do with next week. Now that leaves a lot of questions and concerns for everyone, obviously, and we're working on that too. I'll explain more about that later in this video. I tried to finish this at 2 o'clock in the morning. It didn't work out like that, so there are parts of this that I did at the salon before I came home, and those will play shortly, and then we'll talk more about it today as I see you. Here's the rest of that. I will see you in a little while. We'll start to work on the first part of this. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your trust in me and in what we're doing. There's no book on this. There's no right way to do any of this. Just doing the best that we can. Can't even imagine what it's been like for you this past week or 2 weeks, and then the weekend, and the up and the down and the emotionalness of it. I really appreciate whatever you had to do to get yourself through this week. And I mean all of you, those of you that were in the salons and those of you that are staying home. I know you're both dealing with so much inside. You know, some of you are feeling so guilty and, bad about the fact that you are here, and that the tornness of it all. We're in just a very weird position, and it's awkward. Somebody said, from the outside said, you're greedy, and it actually would have been so much easier for us to close and not have to deal with it. It's not for the finances, it's not for the money at all. We lost money last week. We took a beating last week, and the week before, part of that, and listening to everything that's gone on today and hearing, you spend a weekend stewing in, all the information that's out there, and you don't know what's real and what's not real. And however, the state, for some reason, left us in this weird limbo. You can still do it, but everybody else has to stop, but you stay, and it's just odd, and it's messed up. And I was hoping to have some news about this. I'd been watching it all last night and watching it today, and I don't want to ask the government for anything. I don't want to rely on anybody outside of us for anything. However, we've been doing this for 40 years. We've been paying our taxes and doing the right thing as a business and as people, and many of you have paid taxes and done your civic duty and responsibility for many years. So that if they're doing this package, they call it the CARES package, there's a clause in there segment in there called the small business loan package, which is designed for small businesses, and it's unique in that it's the way it's written. Now that could change. I know they're arguing over that now. I'm watching this whole political process. To me, has been a farce, like seeing how this all goes, because you hear about it all the time, but I never cared about. I can't say I never cared about it. I never paid a lot of attention to it because I didn't want anything from them. And I still, to this moment, don't. I want to be able to give it back tenfold if we take anything. But I know to get us through this little bit of time, there's a couple things they're talking about. And one is the $1,200 to each person, or $2,400 to couple, and then $500 per kid, and that's to everybody personally. But also the small business package, which is designed to give us money for payroll and for operating expenses. The caveat of it, and I actually like this, is that if we keep everybody employed, which is absolutely going to happen, we are going to make it happen, because we always do. Hell, we've been through 4 recessions, 3 hurricanes, my mom dying, my dad dying, a lot of key people in the organization, passing, and we're still here. Because it's not this, it's not the building, it's not the name, it's the people in it, it's you. I wrote to Senator Rubio and to Senator Scott last night to say, make this happen, please make this happen. I promise you, we will make good on it. We will keep everyone employed. We will grow. We will come back strong. We've done it before. We know how to do it. When you put this group together, nothing can get in our way. We know how to make shit happen. The conditions are that we don't have to, it's forgiven if we keep everybody employed. So that's so much better than increasing the government's payroll by having more people on unemployment. Doesn't make sense. This makes sense. We're not a big company. We don't have a bunch of big executive salaries. You know, people are yelling about this is only for big corporations. We're not a big corporation. We're a small business. So keep that in there. That's my fight for you to make that, for us to make that happen, that you get to continue being paid and not, you know, if you get unemployment, I think it's 60%. Now, we're not going that route. So the goal, make it happen between now and April 8th. I don't know if I was waiting for another phone call, hear back from some people. Wherever you are in this whole process, thank you. Whether you're at home and you made the decision to stay home and, you know, take care of your well-being or be well for the people that are around you, and I love you and respect you for that. And whether you've been coming in and, you know, dealing with the fact that you're here and, you know, sometimes shunned or having to worry and be concerned about somebody coughing. Is that it? It's scary. I get it. And I appreciate you doing that. Thank you for doing what you've done and going through the process wherever you are in the spectrum. I appreciate you, and we will get through this. I don't know what else there is. There's other things to say. I wanted to check in and see if they had passed that. I know they're working on it. They've been talking all day. That's all they do is they get up there and they talk and they talk and they talk and they tell stories about the small businesses that are struggling from their home states. And you know our story. We have a story too, and I hope they're listening. I hope they're listening and that we get this done